And 2 weeks before his passing away, I had sort of had an understanding of how his situation was. And to me, it sounded, the prognosis sounded not very good, quite bleak, in fact. I called him, I could hardly hear him, he couldn't speak. But what he told me left me scratching my head because he sounded as if he was going to come back to the office the next week. So that was Adrian, and I was genuinely left a bit nonplussed. So I had to call Steph and ask what's the situation. But Adrian was fighting it right until the end. He connected well with Singaporeans, not just on legal topics, but almost on any issue that he spoke of. He had an original mind, a good perspective, an authentic voice. He was open to views and had very little ego. Most of all, as the Chief Justice has pointed out, we cherish his unique and wonderful sense of humor. These qualities drew people to Adrian. You see that in the strong online presence he had. He was one of the most followed Singapore lawyers on LinkedIn, and people valued his thoughts. He put them across in his own inimitable way, and they were very sharp. People would listen and engage with him, and society, I think, generally was the better for it. He was known for putting up posts under his King of Singapore persona, and these were written with his customary wit and humor, but they also made points that resonated with people, sparked discussion on many social issues that Adrian cared about. Issues like the safety of migrant workers, the criteria for school admissions, keeping cats as pets in HDB flats, amongst others. And so Adrian was really much more than an accomplished lawyer. He was a respected social advocate. And to quote Adrian, he was an advocate for advocates. As president of Law Society, he had many ideas and a full agenda. We had a long meeting where we set out, and he set out exactly what he wanted, and I told him where we would work with him, where we are able to help. He was passionate about inspiring young people to join the profession, again, a point that Chief Justice has made, and senior lawyers to cherish their role as mentors. He looked at ways on improving retention. He encouraged law firms to embrace technology. He spoke up for the profession when it faced criticism. He frequently jawboned us on what else we can do. He worked with various stakeholders on a range of issues: legal education reform, collaboration with our Chinese law counterparts, setting up the Public Defender's Office. As Law Society president, he had a big part in the discussions. And he carried out all of this with a very strong sense of mission, despite his health at that point in time. And many of us know Adrian as a gifted storyteller. In the past year, as he fought cancer, I believe his life also told us a story of courage, a story of devotion, and a story of service.